Hey, yo. How's everybody doing here on this snowy MAGA Hat Monday? Ha ha ha.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast, and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts, and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring, and George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
Verga, loco. Chinga tu madre. No mames.
Well, golly jeepers, it's snowing outside, but the show must go on, and that show you are watching is the MC Tootall Show, with your hardcore, fierce, and sexy host that is never gross, founding father figure of industrial rap, MC Tootall, your underground rock and roll hero. So here we go. Here we go with another one. Now, we could talk about the snow. We could talk about this trailer trash Mamdani's freaking incompetence, and how he's just a feral cat collector that wallows in cat piss. But some bigger news just took place. And let me tell you, we in the United States are more in danger of the following than we are of the snow. And let me tell you what I'm talking about. Some big drug lord, some big drug kingpin from Mexico, known as El Mencho. He's got several names all stringed together that I can't pronounce, and no normal human being can pronounce. And I don't think the man deserves my respect enough for me to figure out how to pronounce his name correctly. He was a scumbag and a thug, and he's dead now. Mexican military finally did their job, grew a set of balls, went in after him, shot at him, and while they were airlifting him to the prison hospital, he died from his gunshot wounds. And so that's what happened to him. So he died in a shootout with Mexican military. Let me tell you how brazen and how powerful a man this was within Mexico. Here is a phone call between him and the police department in his town in Mexico. And here we go.
Falta uno.
Hey, ¿quién habla?
Mira bien, hijo de tu puta madre. Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tu puta gente a la verga. Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tus putas partidas. Si no, te voy a partir tu madre 10 toda tu bola de perros. Te tengo identificado 30 güeyes. Hasta tus putos perros te voy a matar si no te relajas, güey. ¿Cómo ves?
Ya está, señor, ahorita los bajo.
Oh, no cuelgues, hijo de la verga. Te tengo ubicado en Chacala, güey.
No le estoy colgando, le estoy diciendo, ahorita los bajo.
Póngase bien las pilas, güey. ¿Qué es que le cuesta ser amigo, cabrón? ¿Uno no se mete con ustedes para que se pasen de verga?
No, señor, ahorita yo se las bajo.
Póngale, mire, revíreme quémeles a todos los hijos de su puta madre porque todos agarran dinero y son buenos de puercos.
Sí, es lo que me están
¿Se
diciendo.
me ponen a tiros o tú eres el primero que vas a marchar por ellos, León?
No, señor.
¿Vale?
No, señor, no se trata de eso.
Váyase a la verga porque aquí los vergazos están al 220, ya se la sabe. Y miedo no hay.
No, señor, no se trata de eso. Ahorita yo lo sabré.
Entonces, si quiere amistad, aquí va a tener un amigazo, cabrón. Si no, a chingar a su madre a la verga.
No, yo sé, señor.
Ya estoy hasta la verga de que no entiendan, loco.
Señor, usted me conoce, usted sabe que yo soy amistad.
Pues por eso me extraña, cabrón. Yo te entiendo, güey, pero pues no mames, yo sé que tienes gente y la familia de chingada. Verga, póngase las putas pilas.
Yo lo sé, señor. Nada más
No
aquí-
quiero que me apagues este puto teléfono. Después te voy a marcar, güey. A ver si no se relajaron a la verga, ¿eh?
No, ahorita le voy a marcar.
A todos en general, güey. Relájenmelos a la verga, por favor.
Ahorita le voy a marcar de otro número a este número que me está marcando.
No, este ya no le vuelvas a marcar. Yo le marco cuando yo pueda.
Ándale, pues.
Pero no me lo apague porque lo voy a entender como negatividad.
No, señor, ahorita le mando un mensaje de otro número para que no me quede.
Órale, pues, Melón, ahí les espero eso, que se relajen a la verga.
Sí, señor, usted me conoce, usted sabe que hay respeto y hay amistad. Nada más
Ya
aquí.
está, igualmente, de aquí para allá también. Ahí disculpen por las malas palabras.
Aquí los muchachos
¿Vale?
son los que están allá y ahorita yo se los agrupo.
Ahora pues, ahí le encargo.
Ándale, señor.
Ahí relájenmelos a todos, dígale que va de parte mía.
Claro que sí, señor.
Ya está.
Ándale.
Okay, so if you read the subtitles, you could see he was a brutal and ruthless man. And he was really, really pissed off at the police in that phone call. That phone call was from 2016. I don't want to make it sound like it just happened. I don't like taking things. I mean, I'll broadcast things from years ago, but you'll never hear me allude to it just happening if it happened many, many moons ago. So, anyway, you could see he was a very ruthless, almost dictator-like person. And there's a good reason why these drug cartels are listed as terrorists now. They might have different end goals, but they have the same tactics. And so, because of that, that's why they're rightfully listed as terrorists. And the U.S. government could have went in there and bombed this person right out of his existence. But the Mexican army finally did their job. Mexican military finally did their job, or Shine Bomb finally untied their hands, allowing for them to do their job. Either or. Something that is far and few between took place. They went after this drug kingpin and took him out. Now, here is where it gets hairy. Because you've seen at the very beginning all the rioting, a Costco in Mexico being burnt out. You hear gunshots, okay? Okay, gunshots. So basically, they're burning buildings and shooting people, trying to get the one-shot kill on people as they come running out of the building. They're committing terrorism now in the wake of this El Mencho guy. And that's going to spill into the United States because some of the members of whatever gang he's in have already threatened the United States, blamed the United States, and they're threatening the United States, and they are going to wreak havoc here in the United States. They will be trooping through the snow with their guns, shooting at random Americans in retaliation for what happened to that precious El Mencho. And they're not above taking their aggression out on innocent civilians and passers-by. As you've seen that if they're doing that to their own, if they're doing that to their own at a Costco, what makes you think they're not going to do that here and take it out on regular people shopping at Costco here? There's a Costco in Sunset Park. I'm surprised it's not ablaze right now. But this is what you get when you have your catch and release liberals, the trailer trash that wallow in the cat piss. They are sleazy, scuzzy slobs. I blame the Democrats for this, and I blame the Democrats for all the problems that are weather related. I mean, you can't stop the weather from happening. Sunny day is going to be a sunny day. A snowy day is going to be a snowy day. But the handling of it, you could definitely blame the Democrats for that. And that's where the problem lies. The problem lies in the Democrats. Crime runs rampant because of the Democrats. Mexican drug cartels run rampant because of the Democrats. Inclement weather is mismanaged because of the Democrats. And we have a really, really bad cocktail of terror that we could be sitting on right now because of the Democrats. Democrats cause so much problems. Why do we keep electing them? They're not efficient leaders. They're not benevolent leaders. They're not tough on crime. They're not tough on foreign policy. They're weak towards our enemies and rule with an iron fist over their own constituents. People who vote Democrat are voting for their own destruction, their own death and destruction. They're voting for their own murders. They're voting for their own family members being raped and killed in these streets at night. And sometimes even in broad daylight on a busy street with passers-by. That's your Democrats for you. And think of the chaos that's going to take place in the United States for retaliation of the killing of El Mencho. And you see it happening already. It's stemming in Mexico where it happened, and it's going to work its way up here like a vicious cancer that the Democrats failed to cut out a long time ago. Respect God, watch out for the Illuminati, like, follow, share, comment, subscribe, stay strong, keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building, hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground, rock and roll hero, MC Too Tall. Be safe out there.